When did you start smoking dope? When did you start smoking marijuana?
When?
Yeah. Dude, get your hair out of your face. Yeah. I'm better. I can see you now. I can pretty much paint the picture of your life for the next 5 years. Okay. You are like the poster child for Mr. Laid Back. Wow. You got me with your logic on that one.
This kid walked into the courtroom like he just woke up from a nap on his friend's couch, eyes half-shut, words stumbling out like he's allergic to responsibility. And you can see it in his face that nothing really matters to him. No urgency, no plan, no spark, just floating through life waiting for something to magically happen. But life doesn't work like that. And Judge Oakley knew it from the moment he laid eyes on him, like a father looking at a son who's lost the map, but still swears he knows where he's going. And sometimes the truth hits harder when it's wrapped in tough love, because when you've got nothing to lose, you also forget what it means to fight for something.
Come on up, Mr. Vick. Mr. Vick, are you going forward today without benefit of a court-appointed attorney? Where's your attorney then? Who's your attorney?
I don't have one.
Then you're doing it without one, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to do it without one, or you want to talk to one of ours?
I'll do it without one.
Okay. Dude, get your hair out of your face. Yeah. I'm better. I can see you now. All right. All right. I've got a ticket here, and the prosecutor says you're going to plead responsible to double parking, and we're going to dismiss a misdemeanor charge of reckless. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's the way you want to resolve this today?
Yeah, miss.
Okay. How old are you?
Let me see.
All right. I understand you're almost done with school.
Yes, sir.
Then what's your plan?
I've been trying to get a job ever since I was 7. And then
Stop right there. Stop right there. Where have you been trying to get a job?
trying to get a job at the service yard at Holiday Inn at the apartments.
Okay. Why do I have a ROA for a double parking? We've already got a ROA for it? Oh,
So everything.
it's confusing. No, it's not the way I'm used to saying it. I thought we had 2 tickets going. Okay. All right. Where else have you looked?
I looked at the baby shop in Logo,
Okay.
and I also looked at Walmart and Buffalo Wild Wings.
And nobody's hiring you?
Well, Walmart, I don't know, but I can't get a response from Buffalo Wild Wings, and I'm trying to go to the holidays.
Okay. Okay. All right. You got a driver's license?
No, sir.
Yeah, transportation's going to be an issue then. All right. So what's your long-term plan? Done with high school, then what?
I'm trying to be an engineer.
So you're going to school somewhere.
Hopefully that's.
Where and when?
Well, I graduate this year, and maybe I hope to go to college. Maybe by the time I'm 19.
Okay. What are you waiting for?
Nothing really.
Then why aren't you going to college now? As soon as you graduate.
I'm trying to finish school right now.
No, as soon as you graduate.
As soon as I graduate.
Yeah. Why aren't you planning on being in school somewhere in the fall?
I mean, I really didn't think about that, but
When did you start smoking dope?
You could hear it in the judge's voice, the disappointment, the concern, the frustration, like he was watching a slow-motion car crash. He couldn't stop. And the saddest part is this isn't just about one stoner kid. This is about a whole generation of young men with no compass, no guide. Nobody ever sat them down and said, here's how you build something, here's how you stand tall when life tries to fold you. And so they'd fold early, and often laughing through pain, pretending weed is wisdom and excuses are enough to get by, but the world doesn't hand out passes it takes from you until there's nothing left, and you never even realized it was happening.
When did you start smoking marijuana?
when?
Yeah.
2 years ago,
Okay. How often you hit it?
that often,
What's that mean?
like barely.
What's that mean? Give me a frequency, brother. Once a month, once a week.
Speak.
Okay. All right. So on this file, you're not working now, so I'm not going to give you money. I'm not going to charge you fines and costs. I'm going to charge you community service hours. But I also have to give you a little lecture. Dude, I've been doing this a long time. All right. I can pretty much paint the picture of your life for the next 5 years. If you don't do something drastic. Okay. You are like the poster child for Mr. Laid Back. All right. If you're talking about going to school when you're 19, I can guarantee when you're 21, you'll still be talking about going back to school. Guaranteed. I mean, I would bet $100 of mine against one of yours that by then you could come back and we'd still have this conversation about your planning on it. Okay. If you were my nephew, I would put you in a car. I would drive you over to Canton on Ford Road. I would walk you into the recruiting office where you can talk to the Army, the Navy, the Coast Guard, Air Force. They're all in one building. And I would have you go door to door to door and find out what they could offer you if you sign up. Because that's what you need to do. You need to completely shake up your life to make something happen. Have you ever considered it? And I know you don't want to cut your hair, but it'll grow back. Have you ever considered it? Why not? Why? Because that's a valid reason. Wow, you got me with your logic on that one. Listen to me. How are you going to pay for engineering school?
Okay, well, if I get a job, I can pay for it.
No, you can't. You can't pay for an engineering degree working at Walmart. You can't. If you join the military, they'll send you to college. You know, every one of the branches of our armed forces have engineers. There are Army engineers, there are Navy engineers. That's a plan, dude. You don't have a plan.
Okay, well, the officer that got fired, well, I did have a plan, but the officer that got fired, he should be able to get something.
Officer got you fired.
Yeah.
Okay, where were you working?
The USC fellow.
Okay, and how did you mean a cop?
Yeah.
How did the cop get you fired?
He was a member at the USC, and when I've been, I guess he called here to
You mean when this happened? Okay. All right. Okay. So I'll give you that. Okay. How's that change what we're talking? We're not talking about this case now. We're talking about your life. How's the cop getting you fired determine whether or not you can afford to go to engineering school?
Because I wouldn't have had a job to pay for.
The BYC isn't going to pay for 4 years of college, dude. What were you making? $15 an hour?
I mean, I was making about $14,000 a year, so I mean,
that ain't even going to cover tuition.
Judge Oakley saw it all coming. 5 years of talking, not doing, dreaming, not building, planning, not moving. And that's the cycle so many stay stuck in, waiting for motivation like it's going to knock at the door and drag them to success. And the judge was right, because this kid wasn't arguing. He was agreeing with silence, with shrugs, with yeah, maybe. And that's the scariest place to be, when you don't even care enough to fight for yourself and the path ahead is filled with fire. But you're walking barefoot, acting like it's a game, like you get a reset button when life says game over.
Okay, well, I'm also adopted, so, you know, the state would pay for it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll see you again. 30 hours community service. Have it done by February 1st. Goodbye.
There's no villain in this story, just a lost boy who never had a man show him how to stand up, how to walk straight, how to speak with purpose and carry weight. And that's why these courtrooms are full of repeat faces, broken dreams, rerun stories. And nothing really changes unless something drastic wakes them up, not just a lecture, but a shift, a moment that breaks the spell. And maybe this judge tried to be that moment. But if no one listens, then the streets will raise them the hard way. And by then it might be too late. Because life doesn't wait for you to figure it out, it just moves on without you. And thanks for watching this episode, guys. Bye, take care.